also with the introductions, and you say, your take on this initiative that we have kicked off officially today. Yes, there have been conversations, but it would be nice to know who is here and also your take on this very wonderful initiative as folks prepare to have a meal, have drinks, and network. So this is very, very simple. We should be starting shortly, and then we'll see what we can be able to achieve in the next few minutes. It's going to be a very, very informal session. Be easy about it. It is not one of those corporate events. And also share ideas, network, share experiences, and all that. But of course, we shall hear more from the chair and also from you, the members of the men's club. We now want to officially kick off our meeting. I'd want to request each one of us kindly at the back, want to officially start our meeting. And as is always the tradition in this country, we want to start with the national anthem, which also serves as a powerful prayer. Kindly, the national anthem. Asante, thank you very much. That happened, occasioned by the rain, but nevertheless, we say that we have to achieve what we have set to achieve. This is the men's club, and we would want to ensure that just besides just meeting time, we are able to have a very, very constructive engagement and see how can we be able to really help each other, how can we share experiences, how can we support each other. And as we continue, I would kindly request that we pay attention because this is a serious matter. Now, you'd allow me to just start off by sharing some quotes which you shall, just to set the context, and before I invite the chair, and I'd like just to start it this way. The true measure of a man is how he treats someone who can do him absolutely no good. The true measure of a man is how he treats someone who can do him absolutely no good. A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions. A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions. Manhood is a defeat of childhood narcissism. Manhood is a defeat of childhood narcissism. We'll be able to explain that at some point when we are having our kanywaji. Now, the last quote, at least for this session, before we move on to the next speaker, is the first step to be a good man is this: you must deeply feel the burden of the stones someone else is carrying. Let me repeat that. The first step to be a good man is this: you must deeply feel the burden of the stones someone else is carrying. Gentlemen, I just wanted to share those quotes for us then to just ponder about as we get into the program. Just before we have or we get the gist of what has brought us here, I would just like now to take this opportunity to invite my good friend, who is also the chair of the Nyayo Estate Residents Association, Bwana Teddy Obiero. Teddy, please come.
Thank you, Bwana MC. Norman, his name is Norman Modibo. Some of you guys know him, huh? Norman Modibo is a very good friend and a neighbor next block in my court. Na alisema atakuja kuongea na wanaume leo. And we really appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. My name is Teddy Obiero, Chairman Nyayo Estate. Hata kabla niende mbali sana, kuna wakubwa hapa. They will have a word later, but I want to take this moment to recognize the people who actually made this happen. Mvua imekuja, poleni sana. Jua ikatoka, kuna watu waliomba lazima leo men's club lazima ifanyike. No matter what. And you guys, I appreciate your time and I appreciate you guys coming. Hata kama mvua imenyesha mmekuja. You know wale watu. Really appreciate you guys. And clap for yourself, and that is something that I really take to heart. Unajua hii story ni retroactive leo. So msika hapo mngedania ndo lecture. Hiyo si kazi yangu leo. Ni kupiga tu story how it started. Kuna wababa hapa walianzisha hii kitu mahali tuko hapa tumekaa na tulikuwa tumelewa. Akasema men are suffering and men have been isolated, but it's not really about us, guys. Wewe kama imekuramba hapa uyatuweze kusaidia. Miaka zako na vile imekuramba uko peke yako. Why we are here today is to rise the next African boy child in an African way. That is why we are here. We are not here to solve your emotional problems in shauri yako. Your ship which I say, your CCC, we are not therapists. What all you have to do is to ensure boy child wetu mwenye tunalea sahi in the next 5 years atakuwa na hii crowd, ataziko na watu wangapi, atakuwa bado mwanaume. That is why we are here. So tafadhali ni mtu asione kama tumekuja therapy session hapo. Hapa tumekuja tu tujuane, tupige story, tuangalie hawa wanaume tutalea aje. Hawa watoto ambao tumezaa, tulipeana maball kila mahali huko. What do we do about it? That is why we are here. But before I prosecute that further than that, naomba I must give recognition to Honorable Hamutavi. Alitunulia mbuzi mmoja. Kwa hiyo chakula inakuja, si story ya jaba, ni kwa njia. Ni vile mvua ilinyesha ikazima moto, lakini tukawasha tena na tunaendelea. Sasa the chef is coming analeta hiyo chakula. Na chakula ni mingi sana na msikata bila kula tafadhalini. Na leo unaweza piga aluta, niliombea ruhusa kwa wale watu wengi. Aluta. Philip. This one is very good. Big interactive. Hii unataka formality mingi hapa. Unataka ni device suit pia. This is my other brother, Philip. Ile atajiintroduce, nataka ongelee kuhusu nayo na kila kitu. Unajua ni yeye anafaa kusema history yote, alafu sasa mimi nitapiga pote kuendelea. Tafadhali.
May I have a trust that all the people who are seated here are viongozi. And Tim is my brother, he is my chairman, and all of you are leaders at your own capacity. And God has blessed you with your leadership qualities. But today is a different day. We are basically here to sit down as men and to chat away forward. We as men, we need to chat away forward. There are so many issues happening around us. There are so many things happening around us, but we really want to have a conversation as men. We had I don't know, Wambugu, you are around? We had a conversation, and people have really contributed, and we wanted to be in our own place. But because of circumstances, led by God, we found ourselves there. It is not by bad luck, it is because God decided that today we come here. There are so many people who have helped us to get where we are here. We are planning for greater things, great activities. Maybe some other day we'll travel to some other places. We'll go to Masai Mara, we'll go to as men. As men. And have a conversation as men. But it depends on how you people relate and cooperate. I'm so happy that guys have showed up. I'm so excited that I have a confirmation that some people are still coming up. There will be so many over here. And we maybe divide ourselves into groups so that we ensure every day there is a communication on knowing who is where and who is doing what and how is he. And maybe Chairman, maybe to just recognize that we've had sponsors, we've had people who have come here. Maybe it's not my responsibility, but they will see we do it. Thank you so much for coming. We will keep inviting people. We want this group to grow. We want it to be bigger and bigger and bigger. We want to save men from, from the society. Let men be men. We want to reduce the debts. We want to reduce the pressure. And we want to reduce everything. Thank you so much. And I'll get back to you.
Thank you for that. Thank you, Philip. Unajua hii program, by the way, it's interactive. Like I said, it's not a lecture. We're not here to, we don't know it all as well. Sisi what tumejua, tumeleta tu wanaume pamoja, hiyo ndo kazi yetu. Na chakula inakuja, watu wakule. That is the best we can do. Kutoka hapo, we need to hear from you, your ideas, how you want us to take this thing forward. But let me tell you a background of how we got to where we are today. Na mwili mkutane hivi ni wanaume wote. About almost a month ago. And we were seated somewhere tulikunywa vitu zetu kama wanaume. And the idea was hatched. There are few founders here. Na tukasema badala kuongelea hii maneno, can we execute something? So what happened is, we realized the next man after you, hii generation yetu hapa, iko shida mahali. And we needed now to see what we do to raise the next. And there's a man, he's not here, I wish he was here. He corrected us and said, not just a boy child. He insisted on African boy child. So that's when he insisted on it. And this is what he meant by it. Unajua, culture yetu, we have beautiful people in Africa. We are very, Kenya alone, na hizi matribes zetu zote, we've got rich culture. Why do we abandon that? Why do we ape what someone else is bringing from Kopaliwako? Do you know, today, a Chinese doesn't care, kama umsikia what after you translator. But then you insist so much to leave your entire culture Hautaki kuongea Kisafiri na watu wako kwa nyumba. Tutaacha ujinga. Tuangaliane kwa macho, yes. Aaron I meant that. Itabidi you have to raise this. Please make sure this thing is progressed. Mbele yetu, hata kama tutakuwa mtoto wako ajue yeye ni Mluya, yeye ni Mjaluo, yeye ni Mkisii. Hakuna shida na don't be ashamed of that. That is what we're trying to say. So at the end of the day, na ushago muendage. Hivi sio watu wa Nairobi. Ni kujifanya mlikuja kutafuta pesa Nairobi, mkuja wangu usiku kwenu. Unless Wambogo kwao ni Kiambu.
Unless Nuru.
So, gentlemen, let's rise. Vile unajionaje hivi unajipenda. Make sure kijana pia anajijua, anajitambua, anajielewa, anajifahamu na kila kitu. Kutoka hapo, wewe kama ili kuramba, umesha learn a few things about this girl child, na ile sasa funza huyu mwingine pia ili ukue na mbele. Isiharibikia hapa katikati. That is what we are doing today. So, having led Nyayo from 2020 up to date, there's a lot of things that I noticed, and there are a lot of things that happen behind the curtains. You want to engage in the residents up and down. We don't just tell you this. The rate of suicide that I've seen inside here, it's alarming. Na unajua 98% ni wanaume. Mimi wanawake wawili peke yake tumeokota mwili za wanawake wawili hapa ndani ambao walikuwa na suicide. The rest is men. As of last weekend, I won't tell you the court, I won't mention all the details because we have to really protect our privacy. But kuna mama amekuja kwa nyumba saa 8 usiku na amedropea na Range Rover. Na baba gari yake tena mafuta na taya zimeisha. Men are doing this shit. So, but like I said, we are not really here, we are not the therapist. Kama ili kuramba pole sana, tutakuombea tu. Make sure now your son knows exactly what to do and what not to do. And besides that, why we are gathered today as well, engage, speak about it. We are all going through shit here. Speak about it. Economically, financially, your next boss mwenye angekupea kazi ako kando yako atamuongelesha naje? The next business is right next to you. You're the biggest. So this is an entire movement, guys, and that's what I'm trying to do. Let's create this thing and make it forward. Now, moving forward, today is a digital world. I'll send you guys a form online because I thought about giving you guys to sign. Lakini watu wameelewa hapa, wengine simetazama kama so nimesema acha tufanye tu Google documents na watumia kesho. There's something called the Black Card. So as you are here, all of you qualify for the Black Card program, Men's Club Black Card program. What we've done, we've negotiated with enough outlets across the city. Auto Express ni moja wao, wanasema 25% money. So hii mchago ukitaka kwenda wipers imeisha nini, Auto Express, once you have the Black Card ukichomoa pale utapata 5% off. Auto Express is one of them. Namba wa pili ni Lorenzo dry cleaners. Wale watu wa masuti, mawakili mko wapi? Mimi mkono juu. My learned friends, pelekeni suti Lorenzo, mtapewa 15% discount. Tuko na Domino's na Colson. Hawa watoto wetu mfaranga wapeleke hapa weekend, mtapewa 10% discount. Tuko na HP Flight, ile pale mnapendaga kwenda kujibamba, wako na 10% discount. Kwa hivyo ukinunua Johnny Walker unapata 10% discount. Bora kuna Black Card. Tuko na RFH Group hospitali wanatupatia 5% discount. Whatever bora umetoa hiyo Black Card. Tuko na wanaitwa Family Dental Dentistry, wako hapa wanaangalia sako, wamesema pia wanatupatia 10% discount. Tuko na huyu jamaa wetu ametuhost hapa, anatusaidia sana, David Lemara. Baadaye shangileni David na msalamia. Discount free. It's a true boy. It's a true man. Ameona crisis, mvua imepeleka 20 zetu, akasema, "Magais, niko na space, kujeni." hatulipishi hata shilingi moja. So we really have to appreciate you. David, where you are, najua kwa Machakos leo. We appreciate you so much. Na huyo pia amesema muna negotiate naye kando kando hapo, atakupatia kama 10% discount depending na atafikiria. Hiyo ni management ata decide, lakini zingine zinayamuliwa. So there are benefits to be here. And besides this, guys, what I vision for all of us. Alan Oremo amefika. Sanadeni Alan Oremo alikuwa anasoma MCA hapa Embakasi. Ndio hapa. Lakini yuko. Yes. Alan Oremo, a very good friend of mine. Nampea, hata mtavi lazima tuongea, au lazima waongee. Yes. Alan, we recognize your presence. Thank you, sir. So, guys, what we are saying is, kesho Edgar hapa kama anaenda kujenga naeka mabati pale Ushago, anatengeneza retirement home yake. Vile umetokezea hivi, tunajipanga 200 tunaingia kwa shuttle moja, 2, 3 wenye wanaweza endesha magari wale wadosi kama kina Mwirigi hapa. Hao sasa wanaingia kwa regular naenda tunapeleka yale hapo nyumbani. Tunakuwa na ile inaitwa social support system. That's what we need. That's what we need, guys. Social capital. Na iko hapa. Mimi mbona niishi kwa nyumba ya nyasi na nyinyi mko hapa na mnakuja ndio ndoka kila siku. Mbona nani siwaonaji? Nyumba yangu imekulwa side moja na ng'ombe. Na nyinyi mmekaa hapa sasa hiyo Mwirigi amekelea ndio ndoka kwa meza. Na mabati ni pesa ngapi? Tutaacha ujinga. Ndio. So, without prosecuting na ule mtu wa chakula bwana. Haikuji.
Hii chakula haifiki bwana.
Najua jamaa wanadhani sisi ni waongo. Lakini nakuja. Na msitoke hapa bila kula na niliwaambia Rosa. Let me not bore you guys with a lot of stories, a lot of things to be discussed. But as long as you're here, you've bought into the idea, that's why you are here. And I really appreciate you and I thank you so much. Asanteni sana guys. So, guys, wacha sasa tupatiwa heshima wetu ambayo pia wamesimama na sisi na unaweza leta. Unajua napenda wale watu wana check kubwa. Wataitwa na MC. Wataitwa na MC.
So umesikia wase hiyo story eh? So the rate at which men are committing suicide is very, very alarming. It's very, very alarming. If we are to share statistics, kindly wasewa asina wapo tafadhali hebu tusikize kidogo. I was saying the rate at which, and it was very deliberate. I did not introduce myself, but in my profession as a media and communication person, I have lost colleagues, I have lost neighbors, I have lost friends because of suicide. And why? Because what some people say, men don't talk. So this is the reason why we are here. And we are here not just to talk, but also to share ideas, as I mentioned in the group. Let's take this gathering here. Of course, muko na mitna wase wengi hapa hivi kama ni Nairobi West ama some other places, huko LA, so many places. But the fact that you're here, it means that this session or this meeting is important. And it is important that we talk amongst ourselves. We see how we can help each other, just as Teddy was saying, as Filippo was saying. But also this would not have been successful if we do not have some few guys who really came through for us, at least to support this. I would like to call those gentlemen who at least have supported us, at least to share 1 or 2 words, and then we continue. Of course, this was not the ideal venue for this kind of discussion, but we say we will make do with what is there. Mvua ni baraka, and we say Mvua will not stop us from continuing with our program. So I would like to start with Bwana Merigi. Bwana Merigi iko wapi? Where is Merigi? Oh, yes. Unajua ameniangalia ni kama si yeye. Please. Maneno moja mbili.
Hello guys. Habari zenu. Unajua wameniita jina sitangu inaitwa na mamangu peke yake. Wirigi is a very special name. My name is Bruno Ephraim Wirigi Bruno. Call me Bruno, it is simple. So I think I was not supposed even to talk, but when Wambogo told me I would speak on behalf of men who are disabled, so I want to test you if you are disabled or enabled. Who has an award here? One has an award? Wakili. Hamuna award? Hamuna. So you guys are disabled award twice. Nyinyi ni wote kabisa. Thank you guys. So if you want to test people who are able or disabled, ask them if they have money. They tell you they don't have money. So everybody proclaims that they don't have money. So that is a disability in itself. So I was supposed to tell you, I was supposed to tell you the problem we have as men is not only that people are committing suicide, people are having other problems like spouse, marital status, whatever. Disability can come in many ways. It can be physical, like this one is physical. It can come because of accident. It can be because of man-made. If you want to know man-made, if you, like this guy of mine, he drives a Subaru. That is suicide in my shoe. You might be disabled, but I'm not praying for that. So you can acquire it just because you are born like, I was very, very smart boy. But I acquired that one as disabilities acquired. Others are born with disabilities, kawaida, polio, without a heart or without an eye or something. But we have disability issues because no man is 100%. Men can be strictly 75% okay. The other 25% you are not okay. So guys, everybody here as men, you are customer of disability club. So when you are okay, say thanks to God, thanks to society, and say a prayer every morning that I'm okay. So Wambogo told me to come and speak on this issue because I think here, if I ask people who are disabled, not many will like to come up and say I am disabled. I want to give you a case study here in Nyayo because I think most of you have payslips, and what I do as a disabled person, I do a CSR ili kusaidia watu ambao disabled kama ni watoto, akina mama, wanaume. I give you a case of a friend. He has been working for many years. But one of his organ, macho moja, haifanyi kazi, but you cannot tell. So this guy, after these guys here in Wambogo and in Apili, they name me a name here, wananitaka 001. I'm Kiwete 001 in Nyayo. So because of that, I like helping people who have disabled, who have disability somewhere. And not only people in Nyayo. I know you have friends here. I know in your family, your families, your people who are disabled. Uko na watoto, uko na relatives, uko na neighbors, uko na workmates, uko na friends, uko na disability. But you don't want to accept that one. So this case, this guy approached me pole.
nyuma ya tento akaniambia, macho yangu moja hata ukiniangalia huwezi kujua kama sioni, because he is working and he is on a payslip. When you are disabled and you become assessed by the medical doctors, and then you get a special card ile yetu ya disabled, this days you have a card, it's digital. You are tax free. So yeye amekaa kwa kazi and is a senior guy, lakini hataki kusema kwa sababu maybe kwa kazi yao hataki kusema kuonekana HR inamwambia yeye ni disabled. So he came to me nikamguide pole step by step. Within 50 days, 2 months, one and a half months, alikuwa amepata hiyo kadi ya disabled. Then akapeleka kwa kazi. Mshahara yake up to 150,000 is not taxed. So kama anapata 200,000, 150 is tax free. Pay whatever. So this guy, as we talk now, tax free, pesa kidogo anakatwa hapo ile iko over 150. And this guy, he has few years, he's over 50 years. When you are disabled, you can work up to 65 years.
So Aleron Ted mentioned mambo ya sponsors, RFH, Almond, Naivas, and also Basigo. So Basigo is represented here by my old friend. I knew him when I was at Nation Media Group, and we still meet at functions. Bwana Derito, Oka nini? Kuja. Asante sana.
Good evening. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
I have the privilege not to speak about the agenda of today, but I 100% resonate with it, and I will be, I'll leave briefly, but I will be coming back to join you so that I can hear the rest. My name is Moses Derito. I am managing director of a company called Basigo. Basigo, we provide electric buses for public transport system. So I'm not a resident of this area, but I interact with residents of this area. And when we were speaking with chairman, we decided I'd tell you what we are doing and how it affects Nyayo Estate. So May last year, we, together with the Embasava Sacco, who serves this area, we put 4 electric buses in Gate B. And then we created an app that is called Journey. And since May last year and up to today, every morning roughly 200 people book that bus and travel to CBD, and a similar amount of people book in the evening trips. Our mission at Basigo is not only to electrify public transport, but it's also to change the way public transport operates. I grew up in Buruburu. I went to school in Westlands. I used to take a KBS bus that used to operate on a schedule. And then somewhere along the way, we lost it. We started regressing. And now, I have a mission to make sure that my son, beba na matatu hizi za beba. We can't do that for 40 years. We must change how public transport is operated. So one of the initiatives we are doing together with NERA is we have started a bus in Gate A that runs to Westlands. So it's a pilot project for 3 months, and we started sometime in September, where we have you can book your bus ahead of time. You just download an app called Journey, and you then go to Westlands, and it's done on the expressway. What we are looking to do together with NERA and Basigo and the SACCO that we will be working with is create the future of public transport for Nyayo Estate, and we want to use Nyayo Estate as a business case and also as a pilot case. So one of the things we'll be doing, I think we've agreed on doing a small launch next week on 5th of October, and we'll also be executing an MOU between ourselves and NERA. And in that MOU, we want to start understanding what your public transport needs are. Where do you want to go? what times would people want. We also want to create a synchronized schedule so that your children who are going to primary schools or secondary schools or even colleges can synchronize that. And doing the return trips, for example, in the mornings, in the peak hour, return trips that are subsidized for all your domestic workers. So what we are trying to do is see how do we work with an organized community like yourselves to create what will be the future of public transport, and then move that, and we can move that to even other areas. That said and done, one of the other things that we have agreed is, when this succeeds, we shall not then say, we will also then open opportunities for residents and also for the association to actually own these buses. So I'll explain how our model works. Our model is we lease the buses to either the circles, to individuals who then have to put them in circles. So if this model works, where we are doing a scheduled bus from here to Upper Hill, from here to Two Rivers, from here to Westlands, those buses can be owned by yourselves. They can also be owned by the association, depending on how you want to engage. So for me today, my role was very simple: is come and tell you we are on ground. We want to engage with yourselves as residents. We will support where we are required, and we would like to build what I keep calling the future of public transport. Thank you. I wish you a very good forum, and I hope what you have started is actually an excellent initiative. I will tell you.
Amutabi, uko wapi? Honorable, uko wapi? Cannot be able to see here. Is he around, Honorable Mutabi? Kindly.
Alan Oremo jipange, alafu tutaenda na Brian afahamu. Kama Kizungu umepotea tuongea na Kiswahili, hapa Kijaluo.
Yobra.
Asante.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. Unajua sauti ya Simba lazima igurume hapa. Tuko sawa? Mimi nimeshukuru. At least for once I have been invited to where I've been dreaming to be at. Mahali wanaume wanataka kupanga mambo yao, na wanaume wanataka kupanga mambo yao ya area yao. As we know very well, in the African culture, man, we, not women, man, we are the ones who should head a family. The African culture. So this time, I know whoever is here and the ones who are in the team and have not yet arrived, you are at the right place. Hapa tutajengana, tutatengenezana na tutengeneze. I happen to be in a group, I know most of you, maybe they are there, Friends of Kinango. It's another team elsewhere. Amen. I've seen men do greater things together. When our rib iko kando, we know they help us be successful. But anytime we sit as men on a round table, we have our drink, we have our talk. We call it battle. When we have our battle, let me tell you, let me assure you, you become successful in life. Hapa ndo utajenga biashara, hapa ndo utanunua ile shamba yako, hapa ndo utainua ile biashara yako. I happen to be one of the first MCAs of the first assembly in Nairobi. I was the former MCA hapa Savannah in Donom, Embakasi East. We did a lot. but I believe I did very little because my ambitions were cut because I was not re-elected another term. I know where I went wrong, but in Kenya, Kenyan politics is not like our neighbors here in Tanzania, where you are called as an honorable member, they buy for you lunch, they ask you, umeshindwa wapi tukusaidie? Kama ni serikali haisikii, twende kwa barabara, tuandamane, usikike. Because they say, a slap when you're fighting, haiwezi tuma mtu chini, ni ngumu sana. But mkishikana when you make a blow, the way you are doing right now, inatuongeza nguvu. Na hiyo nguvu ndio tunataka. Sometimes in the community, everywhere, there is a pyramid. Utapata wadosi, utapata mtu wa katikati, utapata mtu wa chini. Hakuna mahali ni wadosi tu. Because even besides every lavish estate, there is a slum kando yake. These guys, sometimes we meet them in the streets, our brothers, our sisters. You might get, there's a boy out here, kako fiti hata kutushinda hapa upstairs, nataka na school fees. Na nimeona leo tumechanga mbuzi na dakika kidogo na imekuwa chapa mob sana. And I believe in this group, one day one time, kuna mtu ataslot kakijana amekutana nako hapa nje and ask us as gentlemen, can we help pay school fees for this kid? It might be my kid, might be yours, anaweza kuwa wa mwanaume mwingine kama sisi. Ule pengine alikuwa juu na ameshukishwa na ulimwengu by force. So as we come up with this honorable team that we have joined, I joined yesterday. I gave a vote not kwa sababu ya siasa. I gave a vote because of what I'm seeing in you guys. Mimi naona nikaa nishafika Embakasi. Juzile nimekuwa siko nje Embakasi. Sasa nimepata ya home. Hii ni ya home. So with all our resources, with all our brains, let us expand this team. Let us come out with something that one day, tomorrow, tutasema, I was in a men's team or conference. Na ndio maana napeleka ile ndio. Kwa sababu ya ule mtu nilikutana naye wapi? Hapo. That's why I really appreciate one of the speakers before me. Amesema to mingle, tujuane.
Let's network.
You must know the person you're seated next to.
Let's network.
Yeah, let's network. Let's try and build something out of this. And I asked the chair, let us frequent these meetings. See, we are facilitating ourselves. We don't want facilitators. I'll not facilitate. Ati mimi mwanasiasa ndio nipendwe kesho. No. Hapa tukifika sasa ni kama vile unafikaga home, hata kama wewe ni president. Tukiingia hivi, wewe si president. Unasikia mama anakuambia leo
Unakuwa chiwawa.
Chiwawa, kapa. Kwa chiwawa, hapo umesema ukweli. And the only thing our able chair that will make us move kwa zile group, hii group, siasa iko 2027, let us not bring politics there.
Wanaume hoi, Men's Club hoi.
Majina naitwa Brian Obra. Mimi ni mwanasiasa, lakini nafurahia sana hii groups ya siasa, si ndio? We are here to network. We are here to know each other. Tuko hapa tuongeleshane, si ndio? And I think mimi ni ODM Youth Leader National. Nilisimama kura ya Imara Daima, but kura zangu hazikutosha. But I know
God's time is the best, si ndio? And that's why nasimama hapa kama politician, na nilisema liwe liwalo lazima niingie City Hall, si ndio? Because hiyo ndio kitu niko na vai. But hata kama sikupata hiyo kura ni kuingia City Hall, niliingia tu kazi, nilikuwa speaker's office. Simunipige makofi. Today I think kwa hii group kila mtu waliingizwa, si ndio? Admin angeweza kujua kila mtu hapa, si ndio? But unapata tell a friend to tell a friend, si ndio? Mi rafiki yangu anaitwa Derek Ogaya, CEO wa MEMS. Alinitumia link, nikasema kama ni hii kitu iko sawa, wacha niingie. Ogaya, hebu salimia watu. Huyo ndio CEO. Hizi mavazi zote, masuti za harusi za president, yenda kwa hapo, si ndio? So mimi yangu ni machache, sitasema siasa because hapa si mali ya siasa, si ndio? Ikifika siasa tutapiga siasa, but before nimalize, kuna letter nilikuwa nataka kutoka kwa main group, but due to nilijua kuna mkutano, nilisema wacha nikuje nisome hapa mbele. Mumeniruhusu? My friends, I humbly written to you this letter, inform you that some of us left school, some of us joined university, some of us got employment, some of us are still searching for jobs, some of us travel abroad, some of us are back in the village, some of us are in the hospital, some of us have died. Some of us are in prison. Some of us are married. Some of us are widows and widowers. Some of us are single. Some of us got mad and are walking barefooted in the street. Wherever you are, if we happen to meet in this world, please be kind. Not all of us are living a good life. Not all of us got successful after school. No matter how busy you are, sometimes check on us, call us, message us, let us encourage each other, let us support each other. Just because we started the journey together doesn't not mean we landed at the same destination. Just be grateful all the time. Thank you, brothers. Check on yourself. Saizi kuna kitu moja hapa hivi, wanaume tunapitia mental torture, au sio? Kuna maskari wako hapa ndani, si ndio? Kuna maloya wako hapa ndani, si ndio? Kuna matailors wako hapa ndani, kuna businessmen wako hapa ndani. Simply because of the KRA na some issues za nyumbani inafanya tunajinyonga, si ndio? Tafadhali tujuliane hali, na mimi nafurahi sana hii jani vile imeanza na single step, si ndio? Wacha tupige hatua, nisishie hapa, tuzunguke all over the world, tuki-employ kila man wakuja kwa hii mambo, si ndio? And I want to thank the chairman. Sisi tutakupatia nguvu, usichoke na usikonde na isishe hapa, si ndio? Na wale watu wanadhani watasambatisha hii group, we have one chairman, we have one team, we have one people, si ndio? Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Thank you so much, Mosh. Alan Arama, uko tena ama log out. Labda JB kwa kitu. Alan, you have 2 minutes. Alan, I'm giving you 1.5 minutes. Napunguza sasa. Haya, Alan sasa nakupea 1 minute. Alan uko na 30 seconds. We just salamia kwa wananchi. 2 minutes.
Hata kukunana 2 minutes kidogo, mama ata complain. Wewe 2 minutes. Last time I checked ni 3 minutes, ndio? Yobra. Si ni 3 minutes. Yeah. Na atapenda, si ndio? Honest work. Ni 3? Anyway, appreciate Ted Obiero and the entire team that work to ensure that they came to a success. Wambugu and the team. Bwana, tuwapigie Wambugu makofi kidogo tu. Makofi ya Ted Obiero. By the way, did you know that Ted Obiero won the petition in High Court? Kuna watu walikuwa nampiga vita kidogo as the chairman of Nyayo Estate. Is right now, as per the High Court ruling, is the de facto, when you wanaenda shule, de facto chairman of NERA. Situpigie makofi Ted Obiero. De facto chairman of Nyayo Estate. Kidogo sisi tulienda shule kidogo tu. Hello. Jenzi Simin Jenzi ama mwoni? Okay, majina ni Charles Omono. Mimi former chairman Baraka Estate, former chairman. But founder member ya hii men's club. Although I was present and absent at the same time, the first meeting. I know there is a reason why we are here today. Me, what I want to preach is there's something called social network. I can't read it because the whole page. When you have time, go and read social network. Social network is what we are doing here today. That you are knowing your neighbor, you are knowing your friend, and you are also knowing your relative. You know, nowadays, many people don't know their relative. But at social network, we now know even our relatives. So, sina mengi ya kusema, but what I want is that Wambugu and the team, there is a group of admin. We actually are on interim. Let us drive this to another level. I heard a gentleman here talking about a bus. Yeah? That's a very good idea. If we can mobilize some funds in a few minutes, look at the number, we're almost 200 people. You mean we can't buy the bus? The gentleman just talked here. We can buy it. And we can do it. So kwa hiyo machache sina mengi. Already naona kuna men are doing their main thing, yeah? So asanteni sana na mkirudi mbarikiwe. Let me hand over to the MC of today.
Thank you so much, Charles. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, and our group officials wote ambapo wameandaa hii kikao chini ya leadership, Mr. Chairman. I can tell you one thing, men, that I don't know why where men are, we always looking disorganized. And that's why you will see, if it was a women's here, it could have something very organized, something which is making sense, but look at what is going on. I came here and first thing I summoned chairman. I'm a group founder. I'm one of you guys. Note that I'm just one person. Maybe my message to you could be not maybe making any sense, but I want to assure you men, in a serious meeting like this, we don't want to see a waiter selling alcohol to us. And we are in a meeting and we are talking and the meeting is not over. It's not something making sense. someone who is old already under alcohol influence. You see what Alan is saying here? It's not like someone who mtu mwenye alikuwa anatuomba kura hapa hivi tumsaidie za MCA. It's a total rubbish. We need to have our sense. And Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you. Mumehangaika sana from the other side. Mukatuleta this side. Some of us tulikuwa kazi, tulikuwa tunaona tu through mtandao. Thank you so much with your team. I really appreciate what is going on. But Mr. Chairman, with the weather, which is at least now weather is already changed. Let's make our meeting always being here. And please, Mr. Chairman, change meeting time. Let's make it at least mapema kidogo so that we can maliza mapema kidogo. Wanaume waende wakunywe pombe kule kwenye wanataka. This is not time to engage wanaume hapa. This time wanaume anataka aende akunywe changa yake, akunywe nini kule. No one will listen to you. Let's make it mapema, tufike mkutano mapema, tumalize mkutano mapema, and all of us we must be at least well organized people. God bless you guys and God bless Men's Conference.
I told you it's a big team. Kuna jamaa kudunga ana inject ukweli. That's true. And my brother, I want to appreciate you. Poleni sana. We are learning as we go. This is our inaugural meeting. Makosa lazima zitafanyika, but we learn from them as we go. I believe in improving yourself. Continuous improvement. Kaizen, Japanese. Wale watu wano. DJ, tusiboe watu na story mingi, chakula inasaviwa in the next 2 minutes.
Muzina ditata, edi mwana, edi mpeve santu. Muzina ditata nzambeo, muzina.
Babota mabazara bakufa bala mukamba sekwa.
Basumuki baboya nzambe batala epamba tango ya bisengo. Kasi kombo ya nzambe zali ya makasi boboto ya yawe ya nkembo. Akolimbisa bango. Muzina ditata, edi mwana, edi mpeve santu. Muzina ditata nzambeo, ya muzina. Baluka moto nanga, barakanda liwa, bamekola basuka, bamema semu.